Yep, I-95 north on my way home after kind of a cold little trip here to Florida. There was a few good days in there, but it was not as warm as past years have been. And yeah, actually, some days where there was a couple days down in the like 30, just below freezing in the morning, but of course it warmed up nicely. But hey, I was watching Buck and Billy Ray again, and he was evaluating the Fiskars X27 axe. And I have one of those, and it's my go-to for efficient splitting, and I get why he doesn't like it. It does look kind of goofy. That's what he said in one of his videos. It's a goofy looking axe, and when you compare it to the old school axes, yeah, it is kind of goofy looking. He acknowledged readily that it works, and I think all of the commenters that chime in agree. And that's the one thing. So you get these products that come out, and Fiskars actually, they make some pretty decent stuff. I have their loppers and love them. I mean, I have to put an edge on it only once in a while. It keeps a sharp edge, and they're solid. You can cut through like really tough wood, iron beam wood, no problem. 1 inch thick, no problem. The Fiskars, what do I call it though? The pruners, the ones that have like you can do like up in a tree, high, pretty high. They've got the extension, not great. Their first set was pretty good, but for whatever reason they must have had something happen with safety, because the string broke on that, and they wanted it back, or wanted us to verify that we destroyed it, and then they would replace it, because they do have a good warranty, friends. The Fiskars line of products is backed by a good warranty. Anyway, the ones that we got in replacement they're terrible. It's a terrible product, and yeah, it has a little saw on it, and a little, it's got the bite thing there that you can use to clip them. That works okay, but for some reason the pulley system's all messed up, and it's not good. But the axe is the flagship performer, I think. I'd like to know what some of you think, and we've got a couple of people here. Let me know where you're from, roughly, which country. I always like that. Some people go Germany, Netherlands, or like Czech. So there's like people all over the world chiming in on these live streams. So say hello. I'll give you a peek here at what I'm looking at. Here's some nice, bright, sunny skies here for my rest of my drive home. It's a little bit cold, 30. And yeah, I should get home around 12:30 or so if I don't stop, which I don't really need to. Got a full tank of gas. But tell me what your thoughts are about some of the axes out there. I'd love to know. And I'm not trying to steal any thunder, from Buck and Billy Ray. I just I lost the connection there for a minute. It must have gone through a dead zone or something. Even though there's like a cell tower like right there. But we got a nice open road. It's early morning. And I'm in South Carolina on I-95, which is not busy, which I'm really surprised about. I guess people still waking up. But I'm have mixed feelings about going home because of the snow that is apparently still laying on the ground, and it's going to be cold, and there's a 50% chance of snow this afternoon. And my better half, who has been so good keeping the place warm, filling the kuma with firewood to keep it warm this past week. She said our road is a gravel road, is in terrible shape because people trying to get in and out on the gravel road with snow still on it, and then the freeze thaws we've been having has made a big mess. And so I'm not looking forward to having to get up that hill with this car, because it's just front wheel drive with maybe only half the treads on the tires, and then having to get the tractor out and try to make honey out of horse shit, because it's going to be muddy and slippery and kind of a mess, I'm pretty sure. But I like a challenge too, so we'll see what I'm up against in just a few hours. Like, subscribe, check out my other videos. Looking forward to seeing everybody when I get home. That would be wife, Jack, and Maple. And apparently, I got a little story. So Maple got a mouse, and I wasn't there to capture the moment, but she brought it to my wife and was pretty excited about this. She was in the basement because, we have, I call it a mouse problem, but it's not really a problem. It's what you should expect if you live out in the country, especially because they like to find warm places where they can come in and raise their own little mice families. And in the past, when we didn't have the cat, we just put, I've got about half a dozen traps set in the basement, because that's the easiest way. And sometimes we'd be upstairs watching TV and we'd hear this snap. But anyway, Maple got a mouse the other day, and she was playing with it like she does with her little fake mice, which was pretty cute, pretty funny. Oh, there's a little chicken house here on the right. A whole bunch of chickens. They look really happy because they're free ranging. There were hundreds of them actually, with little chicken tractors. All right, who are my top fans? Come on, folks. Say hey. Here we are, 8:30 a.m. and the road feels empty actually. Just a few cars. In both directions too, even. All right, here we go. We got 4 people on. YouTube's like prompting me to like put a Q&A sticker up there, but I can just like ask you if you have any questions. It's saying something about pulp juice, which was like weird. I don't know why. It must like have an algorithm in there that hears you talking about a certain topic and then decides to pick something that you could pose as a question to your audience. More people on here. Friday morning, they must have nothing better to do than watch some old guy driving down the road talking about axes. But I'm looking forward to getting back because I'm gonna get with my friend Jimmy, and next week we're gonna try to get some more firewood. He's got a friend that is just up the road there, and there's another big tree that I think was already cut down, and we are going to go get it with the tractor. And since it's been so cold, you know, we've used a lot of the firewood. And if any of you will recall and have followed along here not last week, but the week before, I was getting the hickory wood from another neighbor who had, you know, they had left all this wood on the ground, and they didn't, it's there for 3 years, and a lot of it was up off the ground and just kind of laying on each other, the logs. So the stuff that is not in contact with the ground, it was all really good stuff. You know, it's basically seasoned wood, and we bucked that up and took it home, and Jimmy split some, I split some, and we were actually burning that, or yeah, for the last couple of weeks. I got my Starbucks coffee. Oh, friends, check this out. Look at that. Beautiful. What a view. Look at that. Come on, look at that, everybody. Gorgeous. Love it. What river is this? I'm not sure. Or is it a lake? I think it's a lake. But there's got to be some rivers coming into it. And North Santee, South Carolina. Look at that. You'd like to go, you fishermen out there, you'd probably like to come over here, drop a line in there. Look at that sun shimmering off the water. Lovely, lovely, lovely morning, friends. Thank you for joining. This is where we are. Hey, I gotta say, while you're on there, let's talk about how some sections of I-95 here, especially in South Carolina, is terrible. It's only just starting to get better, but you know, you come over the Savannah River there, out of Georgia into South Carolina, and it's like you're in a freaking third world country on the highway. It just goes from good road to bumpy, terrible 2-lane. All the traffic funnels down from three lanes because you're coming out of Savannah. They've done a good job down there in Georgia, expanding the road to accommodate the massive capacity that 95 brings. But then you get to South Carolina, and it's like they are in snail pace mode to keep up with the demand. It's crazy. And you can see that there's some sections they've already started some major construction, but it's going to be years before it's done. And anyway, I just find that the road is pretty mediocre compared to other states. Anybody else have the same feeling or experience? I know it's kind of a boring topic, but we'll talk about it anyway. Why not? Just bide time. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting home. It's you know, as you get a little bit closer to, I stayed over in South Carolina there. I actually usually make this drive on the way home, all in one day. Start out at like 6 in the morning, and it's about 785 miles, which is it's a long day, and I got to make several stops. But I've done it actually 3 times. The last 3 years in a row I did that, but this year I decided, nah, it's a bit of a slog, and by the time you get to where I was last night in Walterboro, remember Walterboro? I mentioned I did a little live stream last night and showed you how lousy the service at Bojangles was. Man, oh man. I've had actually a couple of bad experiences there, and about a year, no, it was 2024. That's the last time I went to no, maybe not the last time, but I don't go to Bojangles very often. Their chicken is good, and I like the sweet potato pie as well. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that last time I went, before last night, I also had like a major service issue there. Like it's like they don't like their customers or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you really get that feeling. And last night I definitely had that feeling. I'm like, they looked at me and were like, I would have actually appreciated more if they'd said, hey, look, we're busy. We got like the drive-throughs busy here. Maybe you could get in your car. At least they would be honest about it. But the 2 years ago thing was a similar situation. Now we didn't have, I think it was the food was the problem then, but and then I kind of didn't want to deal with the complaint I had, and it's not like if something's decent I can look past, minor issues, but it's becoming a theme here with Bojangles, and maybe it's just where I Went to. Who knows? Because other places I've been in the past have been fine. But yeah. Anyway, I forgot where I lost my train of thought. That's what happens, I guess, when we get old. But for the couple of people that are like, you know, wading into the chat every once in a while, thank you for joining me. I'm just driving up the highway here, I-95, on a chilly morning, 32F, on my way back to North Carolina, where I live, and ready to face the challenges ahead with the snow that is still on the ground, the one big hill on our access road into our property, which is like apparently all rutted and muddy and in need of some repairs because of folks trying to get up the hill. So yeah, not that part. I like getting in the tractor and trying to make something good happen. And my tractor's pretty old, and the hydraulics are weak, and yeah, that part is not great, but it does work. Starbucks $10 coffee. But I mean, you're gonna get stable quality at least with the stuff here, and I had a which was quite good, a bacon, egg, and Gouda cheese sandwich for breakfast, which I love Gouda cheese, and it was pretty good. I liked it. No complaints. See how easy I am to please? But I only just, I've been doing shorts here for, I don't know, maybe steadily for a year or so, a year and a half. And I'm not on any other platforms, on Instagram or anything like that. I know that a lot of people, if they're making videos on YouTube, they're also doing Instagram or TikTok. A long time ago, I was on TikTok back in like 2021 and doing videos. I even did a couple dance videos. Not like, since I salsa danced years ago, I would get in a good mood and kind of do a salsa shine or something like that. And I did that on TikTok. I haven't done that on YouTube. Maybe I should do that. Just to keep it real, right? Keep it fun. Keep it eclectic and different, instead of just like, cat videos, or everybody loves them. That's for sure. And the analytics prove it. I go look at them and I'm like, look at this. It's like so. When I'm doing stuff like splitting wood or whatever, it's mainly guys that are on that. I guess it comes across their feed, or the algo sends them to that, especially if they have an interest in the forestry stuff. And there's no females when I look at that. None of them are watching that stuff. None. Zero. It's like 100% guys. And then I post a cat video, or the cat especially, sometimes Jack, but it'll go from the gender viewership goes to about 50% for the cat videos. So the ladies love it. They love that stuff, which is yeah, my wife is the same. That's what she watches, and she just, that's the stuff that gets them going. They love it. So that's good for a channel. And yeah, so I often wondered, like things like, I've said if you go too wide on content, too wide a topic area, then you probably dilute it too much. Because I come back to Buck and Billy Ray, because he's a good example of somebody who has really mastered the fine art of being a creator in a space he knows, which is forestry, chainsaws, power saws, axes, and then intertwining personal struggles, personal stories. They could be happy stories too, but he really has it down to a science and an art. And there's no dilution in his channel with other stuff. And that is really good, I think, for building a solid following in a niche area like that. So he's less a jack of all trades, master of none, to expert in all things wood. And I've thought about that, and I guess kind of most of my life I've been sort of a jack of all trades, master of none. I mean, I got kind of specialized in my professional life when I was working full-time in corporate America for, big company and selling special chemical. You have to be specialized there, of course, to do it for 20 years. But yeah, I mean, my background is manufacturing engineering, and so you've got that technical background to sort of drive the things that you're interested in life, and that's what happened with me. So it was sufficient to get me a decent job and make decent money, and along the way, you can fix stuff, be good do-it-yourselfer around the house. I did a lot of projects on my own. I can do electrical work. I did drywall as a kid. While a teenager, we did our basement, so I learned how to do all of that. And then I worked in summers in forestry in Northern Ontario in Canada and I love that, actually. It was really hard work, but yeah, it builds character and makes you who you are later on in life in terms of work ethic, which is good. And okay, hi, Romal, Salma. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's nice when people say hi. Where are you from? I see a retracted message. I don't know what you might have said there that you regretted, but I don't even know how you retract a message. But hi. But if you're just joining me or somebody new that just stopped by, I'm on my way home from spending a week in Florida. where I had my son join me for a few days. We did a little work on a property that I own down there, and then I did what I love to do and played pickleball. Did a little of that. And now it's time to return back home to the mini ice age in North Carolina. The forecast, when I looked at it this morning, showed that they have a 50% chance of getting more snow. It's been like a weekly thing now. Anyone else on there, feel free to chime in, say hello. I get it. I actually get it. A lot of people, like, even when I'm scrolling, and that was kind of where I was going before, was I'm learning about the live streams, and I think you, as a creator, the live streams are, from what I can gather, they're critical. They're critical if you want to gain viewership and subscribers. The ones that are doing live streams, they rocket up, and I mean, it's not even, some of the content is not even compelling, honestly. Now, I've gone and looked, when I look at the live stream, and it's often just like someone talking, like me. I'm sitting here, I'm captured by the ride home that I've got, and I'm doing a live stream, and you can do the same thing sitting at your kitchen chair, right? And you know, a lot of these people are doing that. Now, I'm not like a 23-year-old kid that is not wrinkled and all of that, and you know, these young ladies that are on their phone, and you know, they're wearing revealing clothing and all of that stuff. Obviously, their reasons for doing it are different than my reasons for doing it. And I'm guessing anyway, because some of them are so young, they don't even know. I mean, they just know that they're attractive and they can get people to look. And some of them are doing makeup stuff and getting, you know, sponsorships that way, and that makes sense to me. But others are just like, okay, why am I doing this? But then it kind of clicks for me, because like, I know why. You can actually find yourself, even with just run-of-the-mill, you know, Joe six-pack, other people's lives are actually interesting. It's an interesting thing to peek into other people's lives, and I think that's what live streams do, because it's a little bit interactive, though not on this one, because I'm just, you know, I've got a monologue here, and I've got only 4 people viewing, and someone said hi. But and anyone else, if you want to say hi, I'll say hi back. But that's what live streams get, a lot of views, and then it kind of triggers people to then say, oh, maybe I'll go and look at what else they posted. And then they find, oh, there's actually some interesting stuff there. I might learn something or be entertained. And but no one is right now. No, I mean, look, I got 0 up there right now. I look at it, I got 1 like, 0 people on. Oh, there's 1. And yeah, but people wade in, they scroll, and then yeah, and some people stay around. But so if I'm thinking about a guy like Buchan, he doesn't really do live streams. He doesn't really need to, I guess. But if he did do live streams, I'm pretty sure that he would go from 600,000 subs to 700,000 in a month. Like literally a month. Now, this is the hockey stick. It's non-linear. This is what I actually think live streams do for content creators on YouTube. Buckin, he has like a cameraman. He must have hired Lukey for... It's kind of like a live stream because he then edits and then posts the videos as long form, and then he makes... Now he's doing shorts. And YouTube wants its creators to do shorts now because you can do a 15-second shorts, and this is where the key insight is. If you haven't captured somebody's attention within 15 seconds, gone. They're gone. So a video needs to get their attention within 15, well, actually with less than that, within 5 seconds. So the thumbnail matters, and then what's in it matters. And so this is what's actually kind of cool now. So when you go back, and this is what content creators are doing, they're taking whatever long form videos, and that can be either video or live stream, and they are then remixing to make a short. And it can be 15 seconds. Those are usually the successful ones of a piece of that long form video that was pretty compelling or interesting. And yeah, so that's how people are propelling their viewership and subscription numbers upwards. And since I did live stream for the first time just a few weeks ago, and I had one that went up to 223,000 views in a 45-minute period. And I'll tell you the reason why that happened. That was when I got the axe stuck in the log. I couldn't get it out. And, I was just pecking at the wood for 20 minutes. And each time I would have to wiggle the axe to get it out. And then finally it just got really stuck in there and I could not manually pull it out. So I pulled the hydraulic log splitter out, and then the views went really high because they're like, oh, what's this guy doing? And then I started to, I said, okay, now this was defying my own code for safety. I thought, I can't put this log that I've got the yuck stack stuck in on the hydraulic splitter. I might hurt myself or damage the axe or both. And anyway, I did it. I put it on there and I just worked away. I just like split around the axe head, so I didn't made sure that I wouldn't pinch it in the stops on the hydraulic log splitter. And lo and behold, I was able to get the axe out that way, just loosening up the fibers around it, and it was done. Friends, it was just done. I freed it up. So it was a struggle, and the people on got to see me working hard and then face a challenge and then overcome the challenge. And then the next thing I did was I got this giant log. It was like a 20, you can go in and see these in my video shorts, a 25-inch, maybe it was 30-inch. It was one of the logs I got with my buddy Jimmy, this big hickory tree. And I could not lift it up on the log splitter. And so I had to go find a way to push it up a slope on a board and split it. So this was all captured on the video too. And I managed to succeed there. That was kind of a fun little 45-minute episode of log splitting. Friends, log splitting. And now I'll just be quiet. Y'all can watch me driving, sipping my coffee. Coffee done. May need a rest stop here soon. It's a big coffee. But friends from around the world who have stopped by on the Scotty Splittin' Outdoors channel, I welcome you all into my world here as I drive down the road. Here's what it looks like. It's not busy today. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of cars. No, they're done. No, you can't see them in the camera view. It's starting to build a little bit. There's a rest area, but I think I can wait. Keep going, keep plodding along here. But it's beautiful this morning. Crisp, 32 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 68 inside. $20 lengths between me and the next one, 40 between me and the one behind me. And yeah, it's a great day to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Skip this rest area, we'll take the next one. Smile, 14 days, hello. Love you. Thanks, Joel. We'll let this big fella in here. Good job. smile if you're just joining the channel. Check out my vids. You can see what I'm all about. If you like cats, we got a cute cat named Maple. She's really sweet. And for her was that she got her first mouse, real mouse, the other day in the basement. Killed it, played with it, you know, like cats do. They're good at that. Cats will be the only, after humans are gone, the cats will be around forever. They don't lose their hunting instincts, their hunting skills. Cats will rule the world. And I'm not even, like, I don't even consider myself a cat guy. I mean, we've always had cats, well, save for a few years in between when we left the city and we came out to the country. But, yeah, we had a cat for, actually, Murphy for 18 years. We got her in Vancouver when we were there. And she was 18 when she finally passed. And now we have Maple. That's funny, isn't it? I just realized we had 2 cats with a name that started with M, and I never even thought of that until now. I didn't name our cat. We got our cat Maple from our son's girlfriend, who, yeah, her mom had a litter of kittens, and my son got one of the cats that's like the twin sister of Maple, and her name is Willow. And my son calls her Willie. And yeah, so we got Maple, and then we have Jack, the pit bull, who is a real little softie. Nothing like the other pit bulls we had. We had a dog named Sparky. These are all shelter dogs that we had, by the way. We've never got a dog from a breeder. We've always, basically, we consider the shelter a rescue, because they need homes, a lot of them. You know, and especially pits, because, you know, people don't, you know, they get them and then they can't handle them. And I fell in love with them. I love their energy. I love how they are, if they're treated with love, respect, and discipline, and they need exercise. Big time. If you don't exercise pit bull terriers, they're bad dogs. They can be bad dogs. They need to work to be good dogs. You got to work them hard, and but they will be loyal. They're really good with if they have good families. They're great dogs. Now, having said that, I know that you can get dogs that, you know, I'll say something about Sparky, our dog there. We had Sparky and Sadie, and they were both pit mixes, supposedly. Sparky really looked like a almost full bred, but I don't know if he was or not. But he had the prey drive of a typical pit bull, but he wasn't a fighter. He was a lover. He never fought with other dogs. Never. He never got in a fight with another dog. Sadie, on the other hand, she was a problem. But we think she was fear aggressive. So anything that scared her would cause her to flinch and be reactive. And she was good with people, but not good with other dogs, nor cats. And that was the same with Sparky too. Even though we had 2 cats, when we had Sparky and Sadie, we had to keep them pretty much separate. Like, they could be in the same room, but we had one until it's not. But Boo Bear, yeah, he was. We had Boo Bear and Murphy, our cats. Boo Bear was the male, and he was a lot younger than Murphy. But Murphy was smart. Friends, this was a cat that I don't know how, she just had the instincts to know how to behave around dogs like Sparky and Sadie. and she and she would slink slow past them, right? That's the way to do it. You don't, if you got a prey drive and a dog that's high, like it was with Sparky and Sadie, then you walk by them slow. But Boo Bear, no, he would see them and just like bolt, and of course that triggered them to chase them up the stairs and go hide. Yeah, he was not good at coexisting. But Murphy, she was very good. She knew how to read the dogs, and she even she could sit next to them at the dinner table, and they're waiting for treats, and she would be waiting for a treat too. And if they put their nose up, she would smack them, and she showed them who was boss. She was the boss. She was the first. They came into the house next, and she knew how to not trigger their amygdalas, which was pretty funny. Boo Bear, his life came to an end. I won't tell you that story, but it didn't go well for him, unfortunately, for little Booey. Yeah, so Spark, he was a great dog. Didn't fight with other dogs. Good boy. But he liked to get out. He liked to jump the fence and go meet everybody in the neighborhood. He was really friendly. Everybody knew him too. They loved him. And when he was young, he used to run up and down the road we lived on, which was a dead-end road, and he would be like, he would love getting out and sprinting up and down the road. And you try to catch him, you couldn't catch him. Couldn't catch Spark. Not at all. And so I could tell you a few stories. Some are good, funny stories. Some are not so good. That's the way it goes when you have pets, If any of you have any pet stories, I'd love to hear them. Let me have them. Keep me company. Coming up to Florence, South Carolina. Just chilling on my way down the highway. Yeah, you can see this old mug here. But I'll give you all a smile. I had one person on here said hi. Actually, a couple people. Got a little bit of fog now coming up, so the nice bright sunny skies of further south here are now gone. It must be getting, we'll probably get a little bit colder as we go up, even though we're getting into the day, middle of the day. making good time. I know I'm looking a little grubby here. That's what car travel does, you know. You just kind of, well, nobody's gonna see me, so I'll just sit here and all my same clothes from yesterday, you know. It's like, yeah, why bother? And if some of you are the same people who've been on and off, when I get home, I got to deal with the road. We live at the end of a road, half mile. It's gravel and it's muddy from all the snow, melt, the refreeze. It's a steep hill. I don't know what the grade is, but it's steep enough that anybody without four-wheel drive was going to have problems, and they did. So trying to climb the hill, they chewed up the gravel base. According to what my wife's account was, she's only walked it. She hasn't actually driven it yet. And so I'm going to have to fix that when I get home. Oh, there's a beautiful house over there, ladies and gentlemen. Big. And we got Florence, South Carolina coming up. And I got about 20. And here is the Buc-ee's on my left. There it is. Folks, this is what the Buc-ee's looks like. And of course, there's like 100 cars in the parking lot. Craziness. I got a Cheney Brothers factory on my right. A car carrier in front of me. And we'll get around him. You know, at least, you know, with a live stream, you can just like talk and you don't.
10 miles, take exit 181.
Is take the salient parts of it and post it as a short. And then people can see it that way. Because, you know, people have short attention spans. So they don't want to listen to. They don't want to be on here for 90 minutes straight, listening to a guy in the car talking about nothing really important. But I could reveal something really interesting, and you would never know. I did get a little bit of a tan down there in Florida on my face. When I play pickleball, I kind of cover up because I'm out there for hours, and yeah. Anyway, here's my view. Y'all, there's a little swamp over here. I'm still in South Carolina, approaching North Carolina. Slow down here. Don't want to get a ticket. Had one person Scroll. Oh, there's 2 people now. It's coffee break. Thanks for joining. Let's get way down. Here we go. It's 45 miles an hour along here. And they swiped away. Done. Look at this. Here, I'll give you a little tour of America. You know, it's really run down in some places. All these old gas stations, they're closed. You know, just have big ones like these Buc-ee's I was talking about earlier. And these little mom and pop gas stations, they're done. And you see these cell towers everywhere now. And I actually think if you don't mind the look of them, you can make money by telling the cell company that you want to have their tower on your property. Because if you don't care about the look of it, I think you can get some rent lease monies for it. If somebody knows about that, let me know. I don't want to do it on mine. It's even though we could use better cell service where I live, but yeah. I had a property down at Albemarle Sound in North Carolina, and one of the neighbors, it was a 20-acre swamp basically. I since sold it, but my neighbor, he had considered putting a cell tower on his property to make money. I don't know how much money you make. If anybody knows, let me know. Somebody's online. Hey, the person online, do you know anything about cell tower revenue generation? Anything? There's some trees over there. Look at that. Nice fields. Gone. Here today, gone tomorrow. Got a water tower up there. Look at that. What does it say? It says Marlborough. Look at that, folks. If you're from another part of the world, check this out. I'm giving you a little tour. MacArthur Farms. Never heard of it. Yeah, what else have we got here? Volunteer fire department, because I'm very rural, South Carolina. Lots of churches down this way. Some of them look like warehouses. RV sales or park, I don't know what that is. On Highway 38. Some palm trees still. Cabbage palm. Big pine. Looks like Virginia pine. Well, maybe not. Long needles. Loblolly maybe. Get a couple people that swipe by and they're like, oh, there's got some guy driving down the road. Not very exciting. exciting. It's exciting to be alive. Another little mom and pop gas station. You gotta pay inside. That's funny, eh? Actually, my wife doesn't like going to those at all. Pay at the pump. I don't mind going, because you get to meet somebody. Look at that water tower. Marlborough Water Company. And nobody was on to see it. That's unfortunate. Okay, look at this. Here's another cell tower. And we got like a little yard here that looks like signposts, giant signposts for like highways or something. It wasn't the plumbing supply, that's for sure. But that coffee is long since been done. It's starting to work its way through, friends. I know, too much information. TMI, right? Okay, you got my mug here, mug shot. And we got some typical strip malls coming into Chiraw, is it? Get in this lane here. We don't
Stay in the middle lane.
Folks, we're at 100 minutes into this monologue. Because that's what it's been, largely. I'm thinking about getting a moderator for my live streams. Let me say that again. I'm thinking about getting a moderator for my live streams. That was a joke. Because there's
crossing ahead.
So much banter going on here. I need to moderate it and control it. It's out of control.
At the next light, turn left.
All right, I'll turn left. Okay, here we go. Here is Marlborough County Courthouse ahead. This is small town America, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah.
At the light, turn left onto West Main Street, then turn right onto Chiraw Street.
There you go. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? I like coming through these little towns, actually. It's warmed up to 35. Still got a red light. Here we go. And yeah, you can see here.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right.
Got it. On Chirra Street.
At the light, turn right onto Chirra Street.
Got it. Right, let's not make a turn here. It says no turn on red.
In half a mile, keep right onto Hamlet Highway.
Another one of these empty gas stations. They're all dead. The electric car killed it. Thanks, Elon. By the way, I like Teslas. I would get one as a commuter car. But yeah, electric
Use
cars
the
are the
right lane to
future,
keep right onto Hamlet
folks.
Highway.
Maybe not in my lifetime you'll see it, but yeah, it's the future.
In 1.5 miles, at the roundabout, take in 1 mile, turn right onto Oakwood Street.
And honestly, I think it'd be great if cars become fully autonomous. I don't actually see that happening anytime soon. But if they were, I could just be sitting back and, you know, reading a book in the car on any trip I take, which would be great. That's putting the
At the
full
next light, turn
trust and faith, though, in technology. I'm not quite there yet. I mean, I use AI quite a lot. Grok, Ani, or Era, and there's so many mistakes they make on so many things. I mean, math stuff, you know, any sort of questions of straight logic on technical stuff they usually get right, but anything abstract, they really blow it. This is the slow part of the trip. Instead of taking all interstates, I'm on little county and town roads. We got a little roundabout. Look at that, little town has a roundabout. Actually, that's great. I wish there were more roundabouts.
Take the third exit onto Hamlet Highway.
The third exit. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all how to take a roundabout. Isn't that exciting, ladies and gentlemen? I got a truck in front of me. Look, here we go. How's he handling it? Well, he's handling it pretty well, actually. Big wide turn. There he goes. That's one. There's exit 2, and it said to take exit 3, so we're gonna follow truck away here.
In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the
We did
second
good.
exit
We
onto
made it.
Highway 38.
Made it around the roundy. England has roundabouts. They invented them, I think. Is that true? Anybody from England on? Come on, England. Britain, Britoners. English. Englanders. There we go. Look at that. I just called you up. Somebody from England. Did you invent the roundabouts? Abouts. And by the way, I'm Canadian. If you hadn't figured. See that? Listen.
Highway 38.
Okay, we got to take the second one now. So that's straight ahead. Because we got, look at this. We're going to do this again. See, he has to drive right over the curb. I don't need to do that. I don't have a trailer. There he goes. He's managing just fine. Look at him. Truck boy. Good boy.
In about 14 miles, turn left to merge onto US 74 west toward Rockingham.
Got it. We'll do that. See, this is a little more exciting. It's bringing people on. Nobody's saying hi. Look at that. We got a car off to the side. Something happened there. Sorry for your luck there, bud. It sucks. Okay, here we go. We got another little, since we're on this sort of theme of gas stations, here's a Gulf. Another little mom and pop sort of thing. These are iconic for America. I must be still in South Carolina because there's no Gulf stations in North Carolina. Wide open road here, big fields. This is what I like. Big open roads. Anybody on from China? Maybe, maybe not. End of their day, it's 10 o'clock at night. Anybody from Asia? Who knows? Maybe not. Russia? Denmark? Anybody on from Denmark? Norway? Sweden? Not. Oh, I got 2 likes. Look at that. I love it. In 110 minutes, I got 2 likes on the live stream. Pretty sad. Now, I have to say, this has been no more boring than some of the live streams I've watched for wasted 10, 20 minutes. I mean, when I say boring, you know, I mean, I guess it's all in the eyes of the beholder, right? If you're watching this, thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. Helps me out, I think. I think. Here, I'll turn it around again. Yeah, look at this. They got snow here. I thought I saw some snow. There it is. It's gonna get bigger, badder here, the snow, as we head north. Temperature 35 outside. All right, get one more like. Come on, the person that's on, just hit the like button. You can do it. You won't regret it. Come on, you can do it. Another big cell tower. I was talking about that earlier, if you're just joining. Wondering if you can make money by having a cell tower on your property. I think you can. But you have to like the look of it. You gotta love it, I think. Love the look of a cell tower imposing its will over the landscape. Here is what rural America looks like, folks. Follow along with me and you can get a little tour here. I think I'm still in South Carolina. I haven't quite made it to the state line yet. Yeah, still in South Carolina. The sign confirmed that for me. Just saw a street name that twigged a memory. Jogged a memory is maybe another term, better you. If you're joining here, I'm on a trip back home from Florida. Almost home. And I guess I'm maybe 2 hours out, maybe a little more, give or take. And I remembered to get citrus before leaving Florida. I don't know if you can see it there. Grapefruit, quarter bushel, and of navel oranges. Exciting, eh? And
Turn left.
he's going north. Well, I don't know where he's going, but his tag indicates that the trailer is at least from. All right, we're back on a big road.
In 7.3 miles, take exit 311 onto US 1 towards Southern Pines.
Hear that? Southern Pines. We were just talking about pines. What do we got over here? It's a little windier here. Like, there's a lot of turbulence here behind this guy. American Woodmark. Look at that. And well, I'm a wood guy. Let's go. We're gonna pass this guy. We've been up behind him for a while. Him going around the roundabouts, what I caught on the live stream, that was exciting. If you're just joining, thanks. If you're not new to the channel, welcome. Gone. Thanks for stopping. Like, hey, just you could go in and like it, and Yeah, maybe we can get a chat going here. Me, old guy, driving down the road. I know, you're gonna swipe away. Nothing exciting going on here. I get it. No snow here. Don't see any snow. Chirra. We're just coming up to Chirra. Did I pronounce that right? I have no idea. Chirra? How would a southern pronounce it? Chirra. Chirra. Oh, it's a little bumpy. Bumpy. Alright, we'll put her on cruise here. Nice open road again. There you go. It's my view. Yeah, exciting, huh? We're on 74, going west. Go west, my friend. Pan for gold. It's expensive now. Gold. Is it still over $5,000 an ounce? I think it might be. You want to talk about that and precious metals? PMs have gone ballistic over the last year. Nope, nobody interested. But that's exciting. No, Warren Buffett, he was never interested in gold. He said you can't do anything with it. It just sits there. Invest in companies that make something that we need. I see that. That's actually, I'm a believer in his philosophy. Value in is another good tenet of investment. Oh, friends. A couple people joining. Heard the word Warren Buffett. This is a get-rich scheme here. Sitting here in my car. No, you're not going to get rich watching me. I'm not going to get rich talking to you all. Y'all. But if you got some advice, hey, what are the stocks? I'll tell you a couple stocks, and don't go chasing them just because I think they're good stocks. But I invested in lithium back 1 year, not even a year ago. It was last April, and they've gone. Yeah, they've done very well. Well, most stocks have, but lithium has done really, really well. And you should, if you're at all interested in why, it's because of battery technology and where we're going with cars specifically. And yeah, cars need battery. Electric cars need batteries, so lithium is needed for that. Yeah, that was one thing Elon Musk said. You won't go wrong if you invest in lithium. And his company invests in lithium. Tesla. I think they're vertically integrated. All right, I gotta watch my. There's my view. A tanker truck in front of me. Don't know what he does. It's like maybe a feed truck or something.
Take exit 311 onto US 1 towards Southern Pines. Then take the first right.
Actually, this is a good time if there's somewhere I can stop, which it looks like there might be.
At the stop sign, use the right lane to turn onto US 1 towards Southern Pines.
good place to stop.
In about
All right.
1 mile, take a slight left turn onto US 1 South.
I'll keep this going here. I don't actually need gas yet, so we're not gonna get it. All right, time out. Here, we'll do that. Yeah, somebody will come along and listen here. That's funny. I got I'm just looking at the cup holder. Um, no, as soon as they saw me, they were happy to look at the cup holder, which is funny. I got off this. Gee, let's wait and see what's going on here. All right, let's get going again. Here, you can see here like this. There we go. Nice and safe. Let's back out of here. For y'all joining here, I'm on my trip home from Florida. And I'm almost home. I drove up through Florida yesterday. Made it into South Carolina. Stayed overnight there.
Turn right onto US 1.
And now I'm in North Carolina.
In about 1 mile,
Just made a
take
pit
a slight
stop
left turn onto US 1 South.
because I had to empty this and get my coffee fix. You know, I love this state. This is a great place to live. I'm never moving back to Canada. The weather is too good down here. Because look, friends,
Continue straight, then use the left 2 lanes to take a slight left turn onto US 1 South. Go past the railroad crossing, then use the left 2 lanes to take a slight left turn onto US 1 South. Use the left 2 lanes to take a slight left turn. Use the right 2 lanes to continue straight. For about 63 miles, continue straight.
okay, got it. Because look at the weather we get down here. Okay, there's, snow on the ground up where I live in northern part of North Carolina, but this is what it looks like most of the time. Snow-free. Alright, you can see my ugly mug again. I'm going to put you down in the cup holder. Give you a different view. Not real exciting. Need to shave. So I think I about have around 2 hours left. Plus minus. On this guy. It's going a little too slow for the highway. it doesn't look like we're gonna get snow, at least down here this afternoon. Let's see here. Tried to play some music on Spotify there, but it won't let me do both, I don't think, because I don't hear the no. $2.83 is our price for gasoline per gallon. It's a little cheaper in South Carolina at $2.55. One thing that they do in Florida and Georgia, I think as well as South Carolina, is they give you the price of gas for the cash price and credit, and it's like 10 cents higher per gallon to use a credit card. Like, there's no way it costs them 10 cents. I don't understand that. Anybody want to chime in and who might know more about that? Ellerby and Ashboro coming up. Not right away, but here we go. All right, we need to get to 5 likes if we can. Just 5. So if you're stopping in, just hit the like button there. I'd like to see if we can do it. No, nobody wants to like it. Maybe they can. You can do it. Come on. Peace. Clave. I've salsa in my mind here. I had a couple songs playing in earlier. That's happy music. 3-2 and 2-3 Clave. Ba 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 ba. That's 2-3, and 3-2 is ba 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 ba. then some idiot there in his red pickup truck, modified pipes, blasting. Oh yeah, he wants to get around everybody. He's in a hurry. Disrupting the peace. Here we go. Rocking and rolling now. What can we talk about? Throw up a table topic. Anything. I can talk about anything. It's too bad I don't have Jack with me. I gotta bring him down to Florida next time. Jack's my dog. Jack the pit bull. Have any of you ever read the book, The Geography of Nowhere? I've never read it. It's by J.H. Kunzler. I've read a couple of his books, but I didn't read that one. Which one did I read? What was it? Two-book series he wrote. I can't remember the name of it. It's been a long time. It was pretty good, actually. He's a good writer. He does his weekly blog. And yeah, if you ever go visit his site, I actually like his writings because he used to be a reporter long time ago, and he really follows trends in politics. And his shtick is largely about the fact that happy motoring, me driving around like this is not sustainable. And